Hello people of the internet, welcome back. It's been a while. I'm currently on holiday in Spain. That's good. This video is just going to be a quick PSA about sun safety because I don't think people take it seriously enough. Please remember, check UV indexes. Go on your phone or whatever, and the one I use is uvindex.app. If you just type that in, it comes up and you can put in your where you are and also what surface you're on. So if you're by water, then that makes your UV index higher because it reflects. Check that. You need to be wearing sunscreen. Higher factor is better. I usually use factor 30. Factor 50 gives you better protection. However, I usually find because the really high factor sunscreens, they have so much of the active sunscreen ingredients in them, they tend to don't feel as nice on your skin. I usually stick with factor 30, and you have to apply them so heavily. Look, I've got this Sultan one from Boots. You also want to check the UVA rating. So in the UK we use the star system. You want one that with 4 or 5 stars, or if it doesn't have this particular UVA rating system, it'll either say broad spectrum, or it will have, like here, if you can see, it's got UVA in a circle, which means it provides UVA protection. And yeah, you want factor 30 or higher, ideally. And I know it's tempting to want a tan on holiday. Technically, that's, even if you don't burn, it's not really great for your skin to try and get a suntan. Fake tan exists. There's nothing wrong with putting fake tan on holiday. I'm fake tanned up. I'm not doing a great job there, but fake tan, nothing wrong with putting fake tan on holiday. Also, remember you need to be reapplying sunscreen, and way more than you think. This bottle, guess how many applications this bottle is supposed to contain? 20, 30, what are you thinking? It says this bottle contains 12 applications for the average body size. Obviously, if you're a bigger person, you're going to use more. But the Australian Cancer Council, I think, recommend, I find this way the easiest way to understand. A teaspoon for your face and neck, teaspoon for each arm, 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon for each leg, teaspoon for the front of your body, and a teaspoon for the back of your body. And overall, it should be about a shot glass full. You'll also want to be using an SPF lip balm. I'll show you the one I've got, with ideally an SPF of 15 or higher. I've got this one, it's from Neutrogena. It's got SPF 20 in it, and you want to be applying that regularly. Sunscreen you need to reapply either every 2 hours, or if you've been in the water, if you've toweled yourself off, if you've been sweating. If you've done any of those things, you need to apply it sooner than 2 hours. But if you've just done nothing and you've just been living your life, 2 hours. Sometimes if you use body sunscreen on your face, it can sting your eyes. So I have a specific face sunscreen. When I'm reapplying sun cream on my face, I use this sun stick thing, and this has factor 50 plus, and it also has a PA with 4 pluses, and that's, other countries use a different UVA rating system. So that's like, I think, Korea's version of this 5-star thing. I reapply on my face with that. I don't do my initial sunscreen application with that. I recommend like a proper lotion for your initial sun thing, because it's difficult to get enough on with this to actually have the recommended amount. You'll also want to be wearing sunglasses. If you need glasses, I highly, highly recommend getting a pair of prescription sunglasses. I need glasses. Prescription sunglasses, best things ever. Make sure they've got 100% UV protection to protect your eyes. Ideally, you want sunglasses that are quite big and quite close fitting. The best ones are the wraparound ones, but I can't really wear those because I've got, like, I don't know, chubby cheeks or something, and they balance like this on my cheeks, but these ones don't, so try them on. Also, you want a broad-brimmed sun hat like this, which is like your portable shade. Try and stay in the shade as much as you can. Get a rash vest with SPF 50 or whatever in. If you're going to be swimming, I recommend that, because it's not going to rub off, so you don't need to worry about reapplying things, and it protects your shoulders and stuff when you're in the water, which is where sunscreen doesn't work as well. You also want to be staying in the shade. Also, you don't want to be drinking alcohol in the sun. Alcohol, A, dehydrates you and also makes your skin more susceptible to the sun. I know on holiday people, like, I don't want to be like, never have a drink of wine on holiday or whatever, because people are gonna do it. But ideally wait until later in the day. Don't be like lying on the beach, like in the middle of the sun drinking alcohol. Ideally, because it's not really great for you and it's worse for your skin. They kind of antagonize each other. Don't do it. Also, you don't want to be wearing tons of perfume when you're in the sun, because sometimes the scented ingredients in perfume can react with the sun and do bad things to your skin. You don't be messing around with that. Make sure you're drinking tons of water. Dehydration isn't great. Sunstroke, not fun. Yeah, you want a broad brimmed hat, and you want to make sure you don't want a hat that's got like tons of holes in. Obviously you can have ones that have a bit of breathability on the top, or otherwise if your head's going to get so hot you're just not going to wear it. But like, try not to get the ones that are completely mesh, or like the loosely woven kind of straw hats, because they're not going to provide great sun protection. You want something that you can't see through. Same with rash vests and clothing to protect yourself from the sun. The less see-through it is, the better job it's going to do. But like my swimming costume here is probably going to do a better job than I've got like a sarong on, which is virtually like, this isn't going to be providing me with a lot of sun protection. So don't put something like this, just drape it over your shoulders and think that's protecting you from the sun. It's probably not. Remember, if you're in the shade, you can still get burnt in the shade, because UV reflects off, so you get the direct UV from the sun, which if you're in the shade you're not getting that direct UV. But the sky, if you've got any visible sky, that can reflect UV onto your face, as well as surfaces if sun's bouncing off the floor and then hitting your skin. Don't think, oh, if I'm sat in the shade I don't need sun cream. You do. And don't think that if you have a darker skin tone it makes you immune to the sun. It doesn't. Well, obviously darker skin does provide sun protection. It's not as good as like sun cream or actually doing sunscreen stuff. And I know you're like, oh, melanoma isn't as much of a risk if you've got a darker skin tone. You're less likely to get melanoma if you've got a darker skin tone, but actually if you've got a dark skin tone, you're more likely to die from melanoma if you do get it, because people don't suspect it, because you think, oh, melanoma, that's like a white person thing, but it's not. So kill Bob Marley. Just be aware of this. You want to be careful with that. Oh, also, if you're wearing like flip-flops and sandals or whatever around the pool, or you're putting backpacks and whatever on, remember those will rub off your sun cream. Make sure you're putting sun cream on your feet and stuff, back of your neck, ears. You've got to be thorough with it. Yes, sun safety is not only when it's sunny. You need to be aware of these things. Sorry, this is a bit of a boring, preachy video, but it's important to know this stuff. Thank you for watching. Bye!